The Golden State Warriors have officially entered a new era, but absolutely no one expected this twist to hit the NBA world today. Reports from inside Chase Center have revealed something explosive, something that has not only shocked players and coaches but has now sent the entire basketball world into full meltdown mode. According to multiple insiders, a secret meeting took place behind closed doors involving Jimmy Butler and Steve Kerr, and the details of what happened inside that room could change everything for the Golden State Warriors going forward. This isn't just a casual conversation or a friendly visit. This was strategic, intentional, and full of messages that could alter the franchise's direction for the rest of the season and beyond. And now that this meeting has leaked, Warriors fans are buzzing with one question: is Jimmy Butler about to transform Golden State's entire culture? It all started early in the morning, long before the cameras were rolling and long before anyone expected news to break. The Warriors had just finished a quiet practice session, and players were leaving the court one by one. But while the rest of the team was heading toward the locker room, Steve Kerr was seen walking toward a private team office, a room rarely used unless something major is happening. Minutes later, Jimmy Butler arrived through a restricted hallway that players normally don't use unless they're trying to avoid media attention. This already raised eyebrows among staff members who knew that something unusual was happening. After all, Jimmy Butler is not the type of player who just casually drops by without a purpose. And Steve Kerr, known for being transparent and open with the team, does not call private meetings unless they're dealing with a serious decision. What happened behind those doors remained a mystery for several hours. But as the day went on, whispers began spreading among Warriors personnel. One staff member described the meeting as intense but positive, while another said it was the most important conversation the Warriors have had all season. And when the details finally leaked, the NBA world exploded. According to insiders, Jimmy Butler opened the meeting by telling Steve Kerr something that completely changed the tone of their discussion. He believes the Warriors have everything they need to make a championship push, but only if they are willing to make one major shift: embrace a tougher, grittier culture, the kind that Butler has built his reputation on. Jimmy didn't sugarcoat anything. He reportedly told Steve Kerr that the Warriors have talent, basketball IQ, and experience, but what they're missing right now is the edge they once had, the same edge that powered the dynasty during the prime years of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Kevin Durant. He told Kerr that the league has caught up, that teams are no longer afraid of the Warriors the way they used to be, and that Golden State must change the way they approach both ends of the floor if they want to reclaim that dominance. According to the leak, Jimmy said, "You don't win championships just by shooting. You win championships by breaking another team's will. You win by outworking everyone. That's what I bring." Steve Kerr was reportedly impressed not just by Butler's honesty, but by his intensity. Kerr has always respected players who challenge the system in a constructive way, and Butler didn't hold back. At one point in the meeting, Jimmy reportedly questioned the team's current level of accountability. He mentioned that turnovers, lack of defensive rotations, and missed assignments have cost the Warriors games they should have won. What shocked many people is that Jimmy supposedly called out specific moments from recent games, showing Kerr that he has been watching the Warriors closely, studying them, analyzing their weaknesses like he was already part of the roster. But the meeting wasn't just about toughness or culture. It went deeper. And this is where things get even more shocking. Butler reportedly told Steve Kerr that he believes Steph Curry still has at least 2 championship-level seasons left in him, and that wasting them would be unforgivable. Those words reportedly hit Kerr hard because Curry has been the backbone of the franchise for more than a decade. Butler made it clear that he is ready to give everything he has to help Curry win another ring, but he also made it clear that he expects the same commitment from everyone else on the roster. This is where the meeting shifted into something even more strategic. Kerr and Butler reportedly discussed potential lineup changes, new defensive schemes, and even late-game adjustments that could maximize the Warriors' strengths. Butler has always been known as a master of situational basketball, a player who understands timing, momentum, and how to break down opponents during crucial moments. Steve Kerr, listening closely, reportedly asked Jimmy how he sees himself fitting into the Warriors system, and Butler delivered a response that left Kerr silent. He told him that he is ready to take on any role: starter, closer, defensive anchor, or even the guy who makes the hustle plays that don't show up in the box score. What he wants is simple: to win. Then came the most controversial part of the meeting. According to the leak, Butler and Kerr discussed the Warriors' younger players, including how they've been developing, how they've been performing under pressure, and whether they're ready for the postseason grind. Jimmy, known for being brutally honest, allegedly told Kerr that some players need to grow up faster if they want to survive deep playoff battles. He emphasized the importance of discipline: showing up early, staying late, studying film, and not being afraid to get into heated conversations when things go wrong. Butler said the best teams are not scared of confrontation. They embrace it because that's what pushes them to be great. Kerr reportedly agreed with most of Butler's points. In fact, insiders say that the meeting quickly turned into a brainstorming session between two basketball masterminds, one known for his championship coaching style, and the other known for bringing an unmatched work ethic and fire to every team he's been part of. Kerr even asked Jimmy what he would do differently if he were in charge of the locker room for a day, and Butler gave him a plan that left Kerr impressed: more defensive intensity in practice, more accountability in film sessions, and a demand for every player to know their role and execute it with zero excuses. And the more details that leak, the clearer it becomes that this meeting has opened the door to something the NBA was not prepared for: a potential partnership between Jimmy Butler and the Golden State Warriors. As the news of this meeting spread, reactions from players began circulating too. One Warriors veteran reportedly said that Jimmy Butler's presence alone could shift the energy of the entire team. Another player, remaining anonymous, said that if Butler joins the Warriors, the league is in trouble. Even former players and analysts have started reacting to the leak. Some believe that Butler's leadership could be exactly what Golden State needs to regain its championship form, while others worry that his demanding style could create tension with younger players. But here's the truth: championship teams aren't built on comfort. They're built on pressure, discipline, and players who refuse to accept anything less than greatness. The real question now is what this means for the future. Insiders say that Kerr and Butler left the meeting with a mutual understanding that they want to continue these conversations. This wasn't a one-time meeting. This was step one. Step two could involve the front office, roster adjustments, and possibly even trade discussions. Step three? That could be Butler officially joining the Warriors and shocking the NBA world in a way that nobody saw coming at the start of the season. There are even reports that Steph Curry was informed about the meeting shortly after it happened, and his reaction was extremely positive. Curry has always admired players who bring intensity and competitiveness, and Butler fits that mold perfectly. In fact, one insider said that Curry would fully support Butler joining the team because he knows Butler would help him win immediately. Draymond Green, another key figure in the Warriors' culture, is also said to be excited about the possibility. Green and Butler share a similar mentality: toughness, leadership, and a willingness to hold teammates accountable. The idea of those two partnering on the defensive end? Terrifying for the rest of the league. But the biggest surprise comes from the fact that the Warriors' front office has reportedly been quietly monitoring Butler's situation for months. They knew there was a possibility he might look for a new challenge, and they wanted to be prepared. That's why this meeting with Kerr is so important. It could be the confirmation that both sides are ready to take things to the next level. And if they do, the Warriors could suddenly go from a team trying to find its identity to a team ready to compete for a championship again. As the NBA world continues reacting to the leaked meeting, one thing is clear: Jimmy Butler and Steve Kerr didn't just have a conversation. They had a transformative, franchise-shifting discussion that could redefine the Warriors' future. Whether it leads to a blockbuster trade, a shocking free agency signing, or a completely new level of intensity inside the Warriors' locker room, this moment will be remembered as the spark that changed everything. And now, with the news officially out, fans everywhere are waiting for the next update. Will the Warriors make the bold move and bring Jimmy Butler to the Bay? Will Curry, Draymond, and the rest of the team embrace Butler's relentless mentality? And will this unexpected partnership become the key to bringing another championship to Golden State?